Hi, this is Rick Eymer with the Palo Alto Weekly, and we're here today with Klara Astrom. She is a senior here at Pinewood, and she is our Athlete of the Week after scoring 65 points in 2 games and 27 against Menlo, which clinched the title for them. Another title, probably 4 years in a row for Klara. And she also had 7 steals against Menlo, which is pretty good. They handle the ball pretty well. And so let's start there with just these 2 games you had last week and clinching another title.
Yeah, we want to win all league every year, and so far, I mean, I guess we've done it these 4 years in a row. And especially coming into league, we have to work on being perfect. You can't achieve perfection, but we want to work as hard as we can to get as close to as we can, because our competition in league is not everyone is as good as we'll see in the postseason. So it's just working on our fundamentals. And especially if because some league games have been a little tougher than others. And so in those situations, just coming back to our core and really focusing on our shooting and our defense.
Yeah, I know defensively in particular is kind of an underrated thing at Pinewood. Everybody looks at the three-pointers and things and how you score, but, defense, you know how to play defense, that's for sure. I guess that's something you start from minute 1 when you show up at practice.
Yes, we do a lot of shell drills where we do like 2-on-2 or 4-on-4, where we'll just swing the ball back and forth and focus on our quick feet and not sliding towards the ball, because that's so much slower than running. So yeah, defense is definitely spent a lot of time on, because that's where all our stops are coming. So if our shots aren't hitting, we're going to need stops.
Yeah. Now, at this point, we don't know who you're playing yet, but by the time the video comes out, we'll know. But I guess everything really is pointed toward Mitty again. You've played them 3 straight years in the CCS finals, and this year you'd probably like to get them in the CCS finals instead of having to wait for NorCal's, which was good anyway. But you kind of talk about the fact that Mitty's been nationally ranked for a long time, and you guys have played them fairly tough. Talk about wanting to get to that level.
I mean, yeah, looking at Mitty, we definitely want to get to the level that Mitty is at. Just their coaching is amazing. Sue Phillips is amazing at what she does, and their system works super well, and they work all so hard on the court. So that's something we strive to do every day too, and I think throughout the season and throughout our 4 years, we've gotten closer and closer to that, and so that's why last year we were able to compete with them, even in CCS too, and especially in NorCal's. So yeah, we just hope this year we'll be able to be in the same position we were last year.
Right, and that's the open division, so it's kind of like a elite division. So we're not talking about you having to play Menlo Atherton, which is a pretty good team, but they're not at Pinewood's level. And then of course last year's NorCal was kind of a special game. I mean, it went triple overtime. And do you guys still remember all that and feed off that?
Yeah, I mean, I rewatched the game a lot. I love watching the energy from our team, just the joy coming off everyone's faces in overtime. And showing that from a deficit you can always come back, because we were down a lot, and anytime we're down, we just know that we're 1, 2, maybe 3 threes away, and we're right back in the game.
Right, threes can be devastating, that's for sure. Even if the other team's close, you can get 2, 3 3-pointers in a row and put them at a real disadvantage. But talking about that in the next level now, you'll be going to Yale, and that's pretty significant. You have 2 players in the team going to Division I schools, which is not very often, Yeah. But kind of talk about your decision to go to Yale and what led you to that.
Well, my decision based off a lot on my academics. My academics have always come number 1, and basketball has just been a way to better my academics. So I want to be a doctor when I grow up, and so getting to Yale would be a huge step in that, because going to Yale makes it a lot easier to get into medical school, and just having a Yale diploma at the end I've told, helps you. So for me, it was all about academics, and Yale was the best fit academically. And when I visited the team and the coach, I love the coach. Coach Guth is amazing. So I definitely look forward to going there.
Right. Now, you mentioned that basketball was a way to help you get to Yale. Now, for a lot of people, I mean, I think I understand what you mean by that, but could you kind of explain that a little bit, just in case there's an 8th grader out there?
athletics really helps you get into college. They'll look at your transcripts early. They'll look at your GPA. They'll help you with your GPA. They'll admit you earlier. They can give you, so the Ivies are a little different because they can give you a likely letter earlier that basically says if you don't screw up that you're in. Other schools can get you in earlier. So it basically more guarantees you into the school as long as they've looked at your GPA and that stuff before.
Oh, great. So you really have to learn time management and how to deal with things and not waste too much time.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Definitely time management is, we have 2 3-hour practices a day. And so being able to handle that with 4 or 5 AP classes, school every day, plus getting to bed on time, plus a lot of food, because all athletes love food, is definitely a lot to handle. And so, it just comes from time management and discipline.
Great. So we've been talking to Klara Astrom, our Athlete of the Week, and congratulations.
Thank you.
And if you want to find out next week's Athlete of the Week, just hit that subscribe button down below or visit us at pasportsonline.com.